We will talk next to Philip, listening in Durham, North Carolina on WJYK. Hi, Philip.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Great, yeah. I'm a Calvinist, and I happen to have a view of the atonement that seems to anger a lot of people, but I wanted to ask the question to you. How do you view the atonement of Christ regarding those that had died and had gone to hell previously, before Christ in time atones for sins?
Well, everyone is saved in the exact same way. We see that in Romans chapter 4. If you are born before the cross, you look forward to the cross through types and shadows. If you are born after the cross, you look back at the cross, but it is the cross that stands upon the apex of history, and it is through Christ that we are saved alone. There's no other way to be saved. So Abraham was saved even before he was circumcised. Why? Because he looked forward through types and shadows, and he believed God, and therefore it was counted to him as righteousness.
No, I agree with that. We're talking about God's foreknowledge. Does he have the preemptive ability to that foreknowledge to know those that are going to reject him, and in response to, or retroactively looking back, if you want to take the position he's died for all, so he's shedding his blood for those that did not believe and ended up in hell in the Old Testament?
Well, my view is different than your view. You hold very strongly to your view, and you say that your view makes people mad. It doesn't make me mad because I think your view is acceptable within the pale of orthodoxy, but it certainly is not the only view. Christ's death is sufficient for all, but only efficient for the elect. That is the limited atonement position. But I would say Christ died for all. The correct view is that Christ represented all of mankind as the second Adam. We're ultimately either represented by the first or the second Adam. If we're represented by the first Adam, we are still in sin. If we're represented by the second Adam, then we are saved. And I think that's the intention of Galatians chapter 3, where we find that Abraham only had one seed. That seed is Jesus Christ. He didn't have seeds plural. He had one seed. That seed is Jesus Christ. If we are in Jesus Christ, then whether we are Jew or Gentile, whether we're slave or free, whether we are male or female, we are the seed of Abraham, and we are heirs according to the promise. 1 John 2:2, he is the atoning sacrifice for our sins, and not only ours, but also, says John in 1 John 2:2, but also for the sins of the whole world. Take that text seriously. Much more could be said. We have an article in the Christian Research Journal which broaches this debate from the Calvinist and non-Calvinist perspective. You can get it by staying tuned. We'll be right back with more.